What's going on, fam? So today we're going to talk about men and women not being equal. And we're not. We're completely different. And there are many men out there and women out there that believe that we are equal. We're trying to play this equality thing as if it's helping us. But it's actually hurting us because there's a hierarchy. There is an order. And if you look at all the animal kingdoms, and we're kind of part of it, we're mammals. But when you look at a lion and a lioness, they're the same animal, but they're very different. They're within the same species, but they operate differently. One is bigger, one is smaller. One operates solo, the other ones operate in a pack. They hunt differently. There's a different respect, there's a different order within those animals. And if you look at all the animals across the animal kingdom, you will find the same exact thing. There is order within the animal kingdom. As mammals, it's the same thing with humans. So you want to date a woman, you want to date a man that believes in that order, in that hierarchy. It is dangerous to date somebody that believes that they are the same, because that means there is no order. So there's 6 reasons why we're different. The first one is, as a man, I'm a man. And as there's a woman, that's a woman. And if you look at us, we look completely different. A man looks like a man, he looks masculine, and a woman looks more feminine. That in and of itself says that, there's probably going to be different roles there because they look different. Number 2 is leadership. Women, real women that understand their role, understand that their role is to look for leadership and a man is to lead. And the woman is acting as an adjunct. Women look for leadership. And it's why they ask you what to do. And if you don't know what to do, then they're asking their girlfriends what to do. But they're always looking for answers. They're always looking for somebody to follow. They're always looking for somebody that's going to influence them. Leadership in and of itself says, I'm in front and that somebody has to follow. So by virtue of me being a leader, that means somebody else has to follow. So that doesn't make us equal, because women look for leadership. That's not equal. That's hierarchy. 3, physical strength. In general, men are stronger than women. And in general, women are not as strong as men. That means that there's different roles. Our job is to protect. Our job is to go out there and hunt and build and do things that requires that kind of strength. Now, women have strength too, but their strength is different. Their strength is for rearing, and their strength is for rearing the children. They don't need that kind of strength to cook, to clean, to lift heavy objects. In fact, whenever my sister comes home sometimes, she's like, June, can you go and take that out the car for me? She doesn't want to lift heavy things. She delegates that to me. And she's a lawyer, but she doesn't want to do the heavy lifting. And it's because subconsciously she understands, even though sometimes my sister acts like this boss woman, she understands that subconsciously that there is a hierarchy, that hey, he is stronger, let him lift that. All right, that's number 3. Number 4 is men are providers naturally. Women do not want to provide. Even if they get the education, even once they get the money, they want a man that's going to provide for them. In their head, their money is their money. Their education does not go into really helping the home. And if it does, she doesn't want it to dominate what the man does. When whatever she does dominates his abilities, she doesn't have respect for him. So by virtue of the woman looking for a provider and her looking to be taken care of, that says we are not equal. 2 completely different roles. Number 5 is women get pregnant and men don't. Yep. Women are baby machines. I don't care what anybody thinks. You might think is, oh my God, that's so oppressive. I can't have babies. God didn't make me to have babies. So that means the opposite sex has to have it. Women are made to have children. And their primary function is to have children, to rear those children, and to support a man. That is a role. It is not an oppressive role. It is something that is necessary, because how do we get the culture, guys? How do we get culture without women teaching children the culture of how to be husbands and how to be wives through their example? They have to see that through mom and dad. There is a hierarchy for that. There is order for that. And see, we've taken that order out, and that's why we're having issues. Because women don't want to rear. Women don't want to be wives. Women want to be bosses. And it doesn't work well like that. And even when it does work in their favor, women aren't happy with it. So 1 Peter 3:7 says, honor her as the weaker vessel. So also the Bible is saying that she is the weaker vessel. And we can look at that in many different ways. We can say that, okay, physically weaker. Yes, we understand that in general, a woman's not as strong. Statistics also show that men and women, when it comes to intelligence, that men and women are just about equally intelligent, but men have a slight edge on intelligence. But as we go up the IQ spectrum to 140 plus, what we see is that men occupy the higher ends of intelligence. Now that's interesting. That's very interesting. That right there, that shows that we are not equal. There's a reason why men need a higher intelligence. But women are different in that they operate more on the more emotional side, and they are higher in that emotional side. So when it says that, you know, that women are a weaker vessel, men are less emotional and women are more emotional. But that emotion doesn't go into leadership. That emotion goes into rearing children. Once again, we're completely different. Our roles are different. Women are more emotional for nurturing. Men are less emotional because we got to make logical decisions about building and hunting and protecting. We're just two different individuals. So find men and women that do not believe that they are the same. That when you speak to a woman or when you speak to a man and they're talking about we're equal, we're partners, we are not partners. We are not equal. And I hate that partner word because it really comes from the alphabets. That's where it started with the whole partner thing. We're not partners. This is a marriage. And in the nuclear home, there is hierarchy just like all other mammalian species. All right, fam, that's all I got for you. If this was helpful, please like, comment, subscribe. We're coming out with social media for you guys to actually find partners. So rock with me, stick with me. Make sure you're sharing these videos. I love you, fam. Take care.